the year 2035. You're looking back at your life, you're divorced with 3 kids that you can't even see. You're obese and you have to go to that night shift job that you hate so much. This is literally a nightmare that I had last night. Unfortunately, a nightmare that many are living today. If you're watching this video, you and I are not about to commit the same mistakes. You've probably done the right things, went to the right school, graduated, and still nowhere where you want to be. So here's how to unfuck your life in 2025. I asked one of my friends who's worth $50 million for advice. When talking to someone who has 5 more million in his bank account than you should listen closely. But when the gap is 50 million, you better listen to every single word he has to say. My friend built a $1 billion tech company and exited rich. I'll keep him anonymous, but he's a great hang. I told him about my plan to build Masters of Marketing, a marketing brand, to $1 billion a year. He said, I think you're missing the point of creating content. It needs to be something that you have an unfair advantage in. At this point, I'm leaning over. I'm listening to every single word he has to say. My legs are shaking. I'm getting excited. I'm like, keep talking, my friend. He said, what makes you unique is you. And what makes others unique is them. There's something that you know that someone else will pay for, will die to know. So that's what you need to focus on. There's 2 things you know, you Ishmael. You love talking about permissionless businesses, and you love convincing every single person you meet to build something online. And that's the best way to get rich. You truly believe that. Doing this faceless marketing thing can work, but I think it's missing your energy. It's missing your soul. Content needs to be effortless, something you can just do, not something you need to struggle to make. So number 1, you need to exit the trap zone. Ishmael, you have good money, 3 kids, a wife, you just moved to Europe, you live close to the beach, you're too comfortable. Unfortunately, most people stay in this zone and end up like the guy in your nightmare. You need to build that thing now because it's your duty to create. Number 2, do it now while you still have time. I'm now worth 50+ million because I went all in one thing, the thing I knew best. It wasn't easy though, but I promise you if you stick to it, it'll pay off. He told me a ramen soup story that changed my perspective. The story of him and his co-founder having to share discounted bread from Aldi's, and they had to make it last for 2 days. Fast forward 5 years later, both multimillionaires, retired, building passion project and traveling the world, and both under 35 years old. Goals. Number 3, learn a valuable skill. Learn how to write well, learn copywriting. Then learn how to code, how to edit videos or how to design, depending on what you like best. If you combine any of these 2 skills, you'll be unstoppable, and the market will beg to give you money. When you know how to write, pour your soul into it. Develop your own style and find your tribe. Don't just become another thread boy on Twitter just for the sake of growth. Write like you. Write like you talk. You'll attract your own crowd. Make friends and build products they love. Lastly, he hit me with a drop the mic comment. Those moments where you know, well, this is the truth. He said, I think you're a vibe setter, so set the vibe, man. Create your own community of permissionless founders. You'll have way more fun building this than building a random marketing brand. Then he stopped. He stopped talking and smiled at me. By this point, I know 3 things. Number 1, he's right. Number 2, I knew this all along. Number 3, I need to act now and need to push me out there. This led me to write my manifesto. Number 1, code and media are permissionless leverage. They're the leverage behind the newly rich. Number 2, your dream life is only waiting to be observed by your higher self. Your mental blockages are preventing you to realize your own dreams. Number 3, adopting the permissionless mindset is the best way to create wealth and prosperity for you and your family, and then increase your level of happiness. I really believe that. Number 4, data plus code plus media is the way to win in 2025. I'm already energized. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to start now. Why? Because it's exactly what I've been preaching on social media, but I just wasn't living it myself. I have one promise to you. Let's do it together. Together we can become permissionless and change our lives. I promise you one thing again. I promise you no bullshit. Just truth and value. That's all I can offer you. Follow for more.